G'day everyone, Kwaka John here. It's time for Wednesday live stream. G'day Alan, how you going mate? Oh yeah, the YouTube are adding the comments to the live stream videos, but I'll continue adding them to the video as well. I think it takes 12 hours for YouTube to add the comments to the video, and there is about a 4-second time delay from when I say something to when the guys hear it. So Alan, at the moment it's just you and me, mate. We'll see who else joins in tonight. Yeah, I've got your 3 photographs in the viewer photos of the fall in Michigan, USA. The fall being autumn for us here in Australia. I'm using the new internet provider, so I'm hoping that it's not slowing things down at all. Yeah, sometimes Walter's a bit late, and it's 11 PM for Christian in Melbourne, Australia, so it may be a bit late for him tonight. So Alan, you've been for 1 or 2 rides this last week, haven't you? I've been on 2 rides this last week. Today I rode to the Kawasaki dealer to have my second service done on the bike, and but I didn't video the ride at all. I was too tired to video today. It was enough just to ride. And then last Friday I rode, which I've got on video. Yeah, that's what Walter said. Yeah, you have been on 2 rides, Alan. The one of them was a 50-mile ride, wasn't it? That's a long ride. I do some long rides too, but generally I do a lot of short rides around this area. Yeah, the last week I've been doing, well, I was doing monthly video views, and then the last couple of days I've been doing, I did 2 videos on the Vulcan S and the XPS Yamaha 650, and then my last video that I released was of the Djokovic exhaust, the 2 short videos that Christian sent in. So I asked him and he said, yeah, go ahead, and I made a video out of it. Yeah, Alan, I'll just bring that message up again. Alan called my colour tour. That's because of the fall. The trees, half of them are no longer green. They're like orange or red or yellow. And so it was a 52-mile ride. And it was pretty cool temperatures too. If I remember correctly, it's about 58 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about, what's that, 28, about 14 degrees Celsius. So they were pretty cold rides. I'm actually hoping that Anthony might join in tonight. I didn't specifically invite him to the live stream, but I'm still hoping he might join in. So for those of you who don't know, Alan lives in Michigan, USA, and of course I'm in Brisbane, Australia. I've got a short video that Alan sent in. I reduced it to about a minute and a half of his 52-mile ride, his colour tour. I don't know the answer to that, Alan. I think it might do. I seem to remember I had a chat with a sales rep at the Yamaha dealer. My Kawasaki dealer also is a dealer for Yamaha, and same place. And so I went in and had a bit of a chat with him, and then took the photos of the bike that I made the videos out of. And I think I'm pretty sure you just said it had a carburetor. It's a very old school bike and a classic bike. And as Alan said in one of the comments to the videos, it has a rear brake drum. Yeah, it's 5 speed, but yeah, it is air cooled. Doesn't have a radiator. And it doesn't have a lot of the mod cons. The gauge is very simple. It has a speedometer, and it has the trip meter. And I've got a photo of the gauge anyway that I'll show a bit later when we get there. And but that doesn't have things like a fuel tank or the gear indicator or the tachometer. And they're things I like to have. It's very basic, but yeah. Yeah, well, I like the style of the bike. It reminds me a lot of the Vulcan 900. And the a lot of people have said it's like a Harley, but I compare it to the Vulcan Kawasaki Vulcan 900, and it's a very similar setup. But apparently the XVS 650 is no longer available in America. They have the Yamaha Bolt. So I don't know why it's still available here in Australia. And we have the Yamaha Bolt here in Australia too. But the V-Star 650 is a 650, and the Bolt is well, you know, Alan, but I think it's about 960 cc. Yeah, I normally put a reminder out on Facebook about live stream, but I didn't this week. All right. Yeah. Yeah, well, I can see the XVS, Yamaha XVS uh, is similar to the Harleys. I haven't heard of the Honda Magna, and the Vulcans would be too, the cruiser bikes, but my way of thinking, they're a far superior bike because I have the Japanese electronics on it, and they're a good bike too, performance-wise. Yeah. It's a bit tough without the other guys joining in. All right. Yeah, I've a friend of mine back in the 1980s had a Suzuki, and I used to ride that bike. I may have contact with her now, but I forget what size. It wasn't a big Suzuki. Yeah, yeah. Thing is, I'm not a good talker. I always go by what you guys say in the comments, and then add on to it and lead on that way. You're the good talker, Alan. Everyone looking at your chat videos would know that. Yeah, it's interesting. Each week there's extra people who are watching, and I'm hoping that one week they'll sort of join in, you know. Yeah, yeah. I was going to show that video tonight, the funny video, but I thought I might get copyright on it, so I didn't show it. What Alan's talking about is a, there's an old myth in Australia about koalas, koala bears, and there's a strain of koalas that are called drop bears, not in real life, but this is the myth. And the drop bears drop out of trees onto unsuspecting people and attack them violently. And anyway, a couple of Australians pulled a prank on a Scottish reporter and had to dress up in all protective gear and had to hold a normal, friendly, cuddly koala. And she was terrified because she thought it was one of these vicious drop bears. And anyway, it was very, very funny. Yeah, I was going to show that video tonight, but I was worried YouTube might get put copyright on it, so I didn't include it. But in real life, it was a couple of weeks ago now, but a couple of times I've seen kangaroos outside my front door, you know, on the street there, late at night. Yeah, koalas are cute and slow moving. About 10 or 15 years ago, we had a politician who was having a photo opportunity with a koala, and the koala weed on the politician's suit. And he had some non-complimentary things to say about koalas. But anyway, that was big news in Australia for a little while. Yeah, yeah, kangaroos. I've been just outside the house there at night. Usually, see, I'm usually up till 1, 2, or 3 in the morning, and I see them very early in the morning sometimes, because there's a lot of bushland not that far from here, and so there's roos around. When I lived on I live on the south side of yeah, that's right. The koala didn't appreciate being woken up by the politician. They're nocturnal animals, koalas, and they sleep for about 18 hours a day. So during the day they sleep, and they feed on the leaves of the eucalyptus tree. And as cute as koalas are, and iconic to Australia, they're saying that unless the koala population is managed well by the governments of the day, they may be extinct by 2050. So we can only hope that the governments of the day manage the koala population well. Yeah, well, I'd never say a roo was docile. As about a 10-year-old kid, I went over to Pataroo in a wildlife park here in Brisbane, and the roo pinned me against the fence with its front paws, its front legs, balanced on its tail, and with its big rear legs was kicking me in the torso. And my father rescued me, but I don't know why that roo turned on me. I wasn't, being mean to it. I was just trying to go over to it and pat it. So wild roos, yeah, I'd stay clear of them. I don't think they're allowed to be held in captivity like koalas, except in wildlife parks. Yeah, well, something I've never forgotten, of course, as a kid, being attacked by a roo. Mm. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I live on the south side of Brisbane, but I used to live on the north side. And it was a brand new suburb that they just cleared the bushland to build the new homes. And I used to see roos jumping down the street, even during the middle of the day. And koalas as well. It took, I don't think they ever moved out of the area, really. Because again, there was bushland near the new housing estate. But no, I used to see roos quite frequently. Yeah, the roo kicking me, yeah. Mm. As a little kid. What actually happened, Dad, my father pushed the roo off me, and then the roo started doing the same thing to my father. but he was a lot bigger than me, and pushed the roo away. But I remember hurting pretty good. The roo kicking me with his back legs, because they're strong back legs. They're muscular, and of course they do all their jumping on the back legs, so they're quite strong. And as a kid, it was really hurting. Anyway, we'll go to view of photos so I can get back to bikes. These are the 3 photos that Alan sent in to me, showing the fall, which is the autumn here in Australia, the fall in Michigan, USA. So I'll show these photos first. Here the short video I'll be showing later shows this even more clearly. But the colour changes of the trees. And in the video, Alan, I saw a lot of trees that had already lost all their leaves. What do roos eat? Ah, I think they just eat like grassland, from what I've seen. Uh, they may be meat eaters, but I know that they, yeah, high winds and rain take the leaves down from the trees. Yeah, they also eat leaves. I'm not sure if it's if it's like eucalyptus leaves or not, but they eat leaves and grass. I'm not sure what else they eat. Yeah, they're the only photos anyone sent in this week, which is at least you sent those in. So anyway, the two videos I did about the Vulcan S and the XBS Yamaha 650, the V-Star, were pretty popular and got a lot of comments too. So that's why I thought I'd include photos of it tonight. The so that's the cruiser bike, the Yamaha XBS 650. So here in Australia we would call it a lamb's cruiser. A learner can ride this bike, and it can be ridden once you get your license. It's got a 16-litre petrol tank, and it's shaft driven, and I really like the style of it. I wouldn't buy it for my first bike, but if I can organise a second bike, then that's what I'd like to get. Mainly because it's a mini Vulcan 900. So the far bike is the let's see, the classic bike, I think, and the bike nearest to the photograph is the custom bike, Yamaha XVS 650. So it's got a I can't really see that well in this photograph, but it's a V-twin cylinder motor. Uh, the two cylinders are diagonally shaped like they are on the Harleys, not like they are on the Vulcan S. Yeah, 650cc is the maximum that you can ride in Australia on a learner's permit, and then for the first 2 years of your motorbike, it's the maximum. So people can get 250s, 300s, but up to 650s. The now that's the gauge on the petrol tank. A lot of bikes have that sort of gauge on the petrol tank now. The Vulcan 900 has it, and Harleys have it. And its gauge is very simple. That's the classic Harley look, is it, Alan? Mm. Yeah, I guess the V-Star was trying to compete all right, wouldn't it? So it's got very simple gauge, the speedometer, odometer, trip meter, and then it's got a engine diagnostic light, neutral light, indicators, and high beam. And that's all it has. Me personally, I can't imagine riding a bike. I can't imagine riding a bike without a tacho. Yeah, well, this one, of course, is in Australia. I think it's just kilometres per hour. It's on the outside. It's got 0 to 180, and then on the inside, it's got the intermediate kilometre markings like 30, 50, 70, 90, 110. But when I'm riding, I go by the tacho as much as by the speedo. And that's one of the things I love about the Vulcan S. It's got a lot of information on the instrument panel. High vibration. Ah, that's not good, is it? I don't know if this is true, but I heard that Harleys leak a lot of oil. That they have a reputation for that. Yeah, it's bad for vibration, was it? Above 4,000 revs. Yeah, you wouldn't like that, would you? I'm trying to get that out of the picture, but it's not doing too good a job. 2.2 gallons. So that's about roughly 11 or 12 litres in Australia. Yeah, that's a small tank, all right. Plus, I guess the 1969 Sportster went through the fuel pretty quick. What type of bike was the Sportster, Alan? Was that a Harley? Actually, that'd be interesting for the live stream. If you had photographs of the bikes that you've had. I've had a Honda 125, 250, Honda 250, Kawasaki 1000, and now the Vulcan S and SE. A Harley. So you had a Harley. Yeah, you must have been a cool dude then. You know, Alan, with just you and me, we've been going half an hour with just you and me. Ah, yeah. Is that because, well, it was back in 1969, is that because the motor wasn't so good or because you rode it so hard? Oh yeah, I heard. I read up about Harley at one stage. AMF was a ten pin bowling company, wasn't it? And they bought Harley out of their problems. Gee. It's funny, an iconic motorcycle company like Harley Davidson, you wouldn't think they'd run into financial problems. Ah. Okay, well, I'll go to Hall of Fame. I'll run through the normal things that we usually look at. So my bike's a Green Hornet. Alan's bike is Misty. They're all Vulcan S's. Ron's bike is My Mistress. Walter's bike is Ain't Misbehavin'. Eddie's bike is, well, he hasn't named his bike yet, and same with Christian. Yeah, I heard that Harley is struggling again. They pulled out of Europe. They're not selling bikes in Europe anymore. I hadn't heard that. Oh, well, I certainly hope they're a brand that will survive. Cause, well, they're American, of course, and they've got such a long history. So that's the Hall of Fame, and Kwaka John Most Wanted. Ah, right. That's in Europe, is it? They are very limited with sales. I find that strange because, you know, everyone seems to want to have a Harley, so you think they'd do really well. So we've got the most wanted list. Alan's the mafia boss, Walter's the brains of the outfit, Ron's the masked bandito, and I'm Mad Dog Kwaka. Just a bit of fun. Okay, well, Alan, I'll bring up your viewer video. Oh, well, that's true, isn't it? They are very expensive. I think the small Harleys, like the I forget what they're called now, but they have a street bike for learners. I think that's reasonably priced, but the other Harleys you're looking at $20,000, $30,000. that's Australian dollars. I don't know how much they are in America. Yeah, I was looking at Harleys. Obviously I'm limited for 2 years to a 650, but even the I was disappointed. They're like a classic bike as well, and the Vulcan S has all these additional electronics that the Harley doesn't have. Okay, Alan, I'll bring in the viewer video. This is a video you sent in showing the fall colours, the autumn colours in Michigan, USA. That stopped suddenly. So that was a minute and a half. Alan, you sent me a 21-minute video, but and I watched the whole video too. No, it's very lovely. It must have been really enjoyable riding, doing that ride. Well, thanks, Alan, for sending that video in, mate. I'll leave that there for next week too. Hopefully, some of the other guys, regular guys, will join in. Still there, Alan? I know you are, but just waiting for a comment. Well, tonight's crash video is a bit different. The good on you, mate. I was waiting for your comment. Yeah, I know. I don't know. maybe they forgot it was on tonight. You know, I'm thinking of Walter. Although sometimes he's busy because his son he needs him to take him somewhere with his schooling. So maybe that's the situation today. And yeah, well, I had a chat with Christian this week, but he didn't send anything in for the live stream, so it's probably too late for him. And I'm not sure about Ron. Yeah, well, that could be the situation too, couldn't it? Anyway, I had a bit of a struggle finding a crash video for tonight, and after several hours, I came up with this video. It's an interesting one. I'll just find it. Where are you? There.
That really sucks. I really hope nothing broke. Oh, that's cool. My bike fell over. Nice. So my kickstand just sunk into the hole. No condition. I'm an idiot. This baby better start. Come on, baby. Start up. Come on. Yes.
Yes, I thought it was a good reminder. It may be something that we don't think about that much. But as you saw in the video, the bitumen that he put the stand on didn't support the bike, and the stand sunk in the bitumen. So you got to be really careful where you place your bike. You had the same thing happen, Alan. Did your bike fall over as well? Yeah, you got to be so careful. It's not something that you think about that often. You can see. Oh, that was fortunate. That was fortunate indeed. You can see that you wouldn't think about that when you're putting your bike on a stand, but you can see that little bit of asphalt or bitumen which is loose, and it looks like it's been there to fill a pothole, but it hasn't been bitumised. And the last thing I'd want to happen is for my Vulcan SE to fall over on its side because of something like that. Anyway, I thought it would be helpful to see what happened to this poor chap, and so we could be more careful. When did that happen to you, Alan? Yeah, yeah. Well, it's true, isn't it? Yeah. Which bike was it that happened to you? Must be a bit more than a 4-second time lag, I think, to when Alan hears me. Kawasaki Z1. Oh, that was a good bike. That was back like in the 80s, was it? Kwaka had a 10-second delay. Ah. Well, I can go back to the internet provider that I usually use, but we run the risk of it disconnecting. I don't know if that's very good to risk that. So the Kawasaki Z1, what year was that, Alan? Back in the 80s, Kawasaki had the 900. Then my 1000 GBZ came out. I was back in 1974, 75. Yeah. I thought when my 1000 GBZ came out in 86, I think it was, and it was only around for 2 or 3 years, and then they brought out another Kawasaki 1000 bike model, and so they stopped producing the 1000 GBZ RX. Okay, well, I'll bring up the funny video. 903cc. Ah. That must have been like the model just before the GPZ 900. Like the one that Tom Cruise rode in Top Gun movie. Kawasaki had a nice range of bikes back then. They had the 750 one. I found the 1000 bike too heavy for me, and even when I was young, and I thought, oh, I'll go. Next bike will be a 750. Ah, I see. Oh. Huh. I'll have to read up about the Z1 now. Or as you say in America, the Z1. Okay, I've got a funny video for tonight. All right. Yeah, I thought that video was funny because after dropping the bike, she says, "Oops." So, did the Z1 come out first was its first model in 1973? 10-second time delay. Oh. Yeah, I know, it's not the way to treat a bike, is it? It's not the way to treat a bike. 1973. I might go back to the other internet provider because the 10-second time delay is too long. And you guys were commenting on a bit about it last week, and anyway, I'll go back to that next week and see how we go. I might dig up some photos. I might dig up some photos of bikes and include them in the live stream, like the Z1 and the My Jeep 1000 RX and maybe some Harleys as well. That'd be interesting. Well, Alan, I'll show my last two videos. We've been going for 57 minutes, minus the 5-minute countdown, so 52 minutes, just you and me. That's pretty good. So I have two short videos, one about my website and the other one about the chat room. So I'll just show them now. Kwaka John has a website. One way of going to the website is to Google Kwaka John. Another way is by going to the top right hand corner of my YouTube channel page, and there you'll see Kwaka John website. Click on that and it will take you to the website. On the website you may click onto the YouTube channel or to the Facebook page. On the Kwaka John website, among other things, there is the merchandise page where you may purchase Kwaka John merchandise if you wish. And you may also support the channel financially if you wish. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, Alan. So did I, actually. The time went really quick for me, just with you and me. I'm glad you joined in, though. I'll have to update that website video because there's no longer a link to the Facebook page, as I'm thinking of maybe shutting the Facebook page down. But instead there's a link to the Discord chat room. So I'll have to update that video for next week. Anyway, here's a short video on the chat room. Yeah, oh yeah, I showed that comment. Yeah, it's a pity more people didn't join in because it's better when there's more people, of course. Yeah, brings back memories, doesn't it? Talking about old Kawasaki bikes. Now I have set up an invitation page to the chat room where anyone may join. So whether you are a channel viewer or a subscriber, you may join the chat room and meet with other Vulcan S owners and those who are about to buy the Vulcan S from all around the world. There are two ways of going to the chat room invitation. Firstly, on the top right hand corner of my YouTube channel is the Discord symbol. And secondly, you may type the following address into your browser, and this will also take you to the chat room invitation page. Okay. Well, there's just the final two screens to show, Alan. Thanks for joining in, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. Yeah, no worries, Alan. I'll just show these final two screens. So the chat room is on Discord, Kwaka John chat room. You're all welcome to join in. We have 11 people now. My email address is john@kwakajohn.com.au and my website address is www.kwakajohn.com.au. And the final screen, Alan, the next live stream will be next Wednesday, live stream number 27, next Wednesday, 21st of October at 10 p.m, Brisbane, Australia, local time. Well, mate, that's it then. That's it for tonight. We'll talk again during the week. See ya.